Masicka is outside, my artist. I'm not even gonna lie. The Forever Rain is a good album. So big up Masicka, big up the whole team, because musically, the man is delivering. And not even that as well. Big up the man on him solo shows at Barclays. Um, Man show shot. The artists them come out from Elephant to Switch Beats to the Taurus Riley. So big up the artists them and big up Masicka again. But I have one question. Where is the Jamaica in this media run to promote the album? Because something about this rollout has caught my attention. Because let me get it first. Masicka is my artist. He's one of them wonder from the last, that basically is the bridge between the last generation and now. He's that for me. I rate the man lyrics. The man just always motivated to go get your money. But welcome back to LI. Today we'll talk about the media run he's on. Because I'm in the UK and I'm seeing him on all of the UK media outlet them, from the R-rated show to the radio station them. It's on because then all of the festivals them, so he's been doing the media run on this side of the world. And if you know Masicka, you know he isn't exactly the artist who you see doing interviews after interviews after interviews. He's usually a bit more reserved. But let's the music, and you just let the music talk. That's him. So when I start seeing Masicka doing interviews in the UK, doing his international media, popping up on different platforms and really putting himself out there. I don't know if it's Def Jam, the label, pushing him to do that. Probably he just recognized that he needs to do a bit more, and showing his personality. But I said, this is a good look for Masicka. Hold on. Masicka is on a serious media run this time for this album, The Forever Rain, compared to what he did for the last one, which is Generation of Kings. Because if you're trying to take dancehall music to an international level, you have to put yourself in front of international audiences. So I get it. You can't just drop album and expect the world to magically discover it. But let's talk about the Forever Rain album. Personally, I like the album. I love it. But I'm going to tell you something. 438 is still my favorite Masicka album. I don't know if it's because this album just released, it might grow on me and might overtake 438, but the Forever Rain album is number 2 for me. I'm just below 438 and then Generation of Kings. I love all three. As I said, I'm a big Masicka fan. But saying that I like the 438 over this one at the moment, that's not necessarily because I think it's technically better than everything he's done since. It's just that I have a special spot for 438. Certain songs on that album really touched me, and it came out at a time when I was going through something with my brother, Richard, that passed on, and he was also a big Masicka fan, so there's like a bit of sentimental link to 438. But 438 came out and caught people. As I said, it was his first album, and a lot of people wasn't expecting it. Probably now, because we expect Masicka to give you a good album, you don't have that same surprise as before. But Masicka did deliver something that made people stop and pay attention for 438. And this new album, Forever Rain, is really good. So some good songs on it that I love. From the song with Juna Gang, One Psalms a Day. Even the girl sang them on it, but and then came Generation of Kings, which is another strong project. And now Forever Rain, as I said, which I love. But I'm telling you, this one is coming close to 438 in my eyes. But as I said, I'm a bit biased to 438, as I said, because there's a bit of sentimental, and you never did expect Masicka to deliver such a good project when he did that 438 initially. Maybe with time though, this album Forever Rain could develop that same kind of connection for me that 438 has. Because sometimes you don't know how good an album really is until you live with it for a while. But here's where I have a question for Masicka's team. I'm seeing the international media run, right? I'm seeing it in the UK. I'm seeing it on other platforms like Boomshots and other overseas platforms. I'm seeing the traditional international dancehall and Caribbean media getting involved, right? But where are the Jamaican platforms? Where is the local media run? Where is OnStage? Where is Entertainment Report, ER? Where is The Fix? Where is Let's Be Honest? With Jeffrey and them. You get what I mean? Where are some of the Jamaican online platforms and media houses? Because let's be honest, no pun intended with Jeffrey thing. Jamaica is still the home of dancehall, right? And if you're releasing a major dancehall album, I don't think you should ever underestimate the importance of talking to the people at home. Don't want to bring this to Vibe compared to Vibes Cartel, but Vibes Cartel was released from prison, right? And his biggest, everybody was expecting Vibes Cartel to do his interviews and all that, and anticipating Vibes Cartel speaking. And Vibes Cartel biggest interview he did, no matter what he did Drink Champs, he did Breakfast Club, he did all of them international things, and his biggest interview he did was with The Fix. So don't get it twisted. Don't underestimate the power of the local spaces. And before someone says, here comes Well Hype starting to start something. No, this is no hate. This isn't hate at all. It's actually saying the opposite. I think Masicka deserves his flowers. I'm a big Masicka fan. The album is good. The international push is good also because he signed with an international label. Don't forget that. The media appearances are good. The UK exposure is good. Remember that he's one of the Whites is a big song in UK, a massive song in the UK. I live over here, so I know how big the Whites song is over here. But why not add Jamaica to the equation as well? Because the Jamaican audiences want to hear from the artists too. You know how it feel away when I see I talk to them English youth from the Rated show, and he becomes so personal and open up to them youth. Them youth we don't even know nothing about. They don't really know nothing about him, and he's willing to open up to them. You get what I mean? When they have like Javi on The Fix, which is just a big Masicka fan. She's actually a crook like myself. And it would be nice for her to get those personal details about the man on the Jamaican platform. His Jamaican fans, his day one fans deserve that, man. You get what I mean? Not them foreign people who don't really understand him, who just start to support him from last year or just like his music or like one or two songs of his. You get what I mean? Because the Jamaican audience want to hear from the artist too. And there are questions that the Jamaican journalists and media personality can ask Masicka that the international outlet might not necessarily ask as well. Questions about dancehall, question about Jamaica, question about his journey. You get what I mean? Question about the evolution of his sound, question about how he sees himself within the new generation of Jamaican artists. And that's valuable content. And here's the thing as well. If you're trying to build a truly global dancehall brand, you don't abandon the foundation while you're expanding the building. Get me? You build on it. The international audience is important, yes. The UK is important. The US, American market is important, yes. Africa is important. Europe is important. But Jamaica is Jamaica. And that's the culture. That's the foundation. That's where the music comes from. That's from the beginning. They understand your journey from day one. You remember when they used to say that you can't boss and now you're boss big and gone? They will get that more. They will understand that from the core. I don't know if this is coming from the label. Maybe not, because he was like, as I said, he's not one of them type of person that do lots of interview, but I think it might do in the international media run probably because of the label. I don't know if it's the label or if it's the management. I don't know if it's simple, the schedule. Maybe he planned to do it after his Barclays show, because most of his shows was overseas and probably wasn't on the local space. It wasn't underground to promote the album yet. I don't want to accuse anybody of deliberately avoiding Jamaican media because we don't know that. You get what I mean? But maybe the Jamaican interviews are coming. Maybe they're already being planned. Maybe there's a strategy behind it all. I don't know. But from the outside looking in, I think they're missing an opportunity because Masicka actually has a story to tell right now. So big up Masicka, big up Forever Rain. For me, 438 is still number one. Generation of Kings is right there, and Forever Rain, as I said, it's coming. Now maybe with time this album could be become number one for me. But Masicka and the team, big up. Don't forget Jamaica. Do the international media. Do the UK. Do the US. Do Europe. But come back home and sit down with the Jamaican media too. Because sometimes the people closest to the culture have the question that matters the most. And that's my 2 cents. But what do you think? Is Forever Rain Masicka's best album? Or is 438 still number one? And do you think Masicka need to do a proper Jamaican media run? Let me know in the comments. This is Well Hype. Big up yourself. And remember, we don't just talk hype. We analyze the hype. Bless up.